So we do see the geometric horizon all the time. Then we can see.
No, that's not. No, it's exactly. No, you see, I talk about effective radius, and you immediately start talking about the geometric one. They're different things. That's what distinguishes it from the geometric horizon. There's the effective radius, and there's that which gives you an apparent horizon, and then there's the real radius that gives you the geometric horizon. There are two separate things.
And can we see the geometric horizon?
It's not where the sky meets the sea, but
so
you
it's
can
not a
see
horizon.
it in terms of the point.
So, Rumpus, you said your effective radius, right? AKA fictitious radius, actually gives you the measurement to the apparent horizon, but your real radius gives you a measurement to your geometric horizon. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Well summarized there. You actually described that quite well. Well done.
But you said that we don't ever see the geometric horizon. So how does your real radius give us a measurement to something that we can't see?
Well, you can see it. As I said, it's not...
No, that's a lie. Sorry, we can see it now. It seems that this double-speaking Fundy obfuscator needed to obfuscate because he's now claimed the polar opposite of what he claimed 5 minutes earlier.
I think that's one of the reasons, though. They have to go back and now just laugh at us, the silly things like, water vapor's gas and things like that, because we are pulling this nonsense apart, like piece by piece. We're not just debating them and their nonsense. We're actually going to the source of their crap and taking it apart, finding out about effective radiuses and fictitious geometry. Like, it's ridiculous, man. And I think that's why they're upset. Because we're pulling it apart at the seams. We don't need them to debate with to really pull this heliocentric nonsensical model apart. We just need the model. Or
yeah, we just need to look a bit closer.
Parts.
Exactly, look into the rhetoric and it says it for you. So, you can't really moan that you've been deceived. If you're a flat earther going, oh, why was I deceived? Let's go and get them, pitchforks. No, you start to look a bit closer and you'd realise they told you.
You're terrified of debate. Yeah. You never debate. You hide in your bunker. You're frightened of reality.
No, that's just an ad hominem attack. So we're straight into ad hominem attack rather than addressing this fiction that
you ignored last time. Rumpus, do you realize now that all you got is tactics, right? You're not even.
We've got reality and facts.
You don't even have actually any points.
Nathan's
it's your nonsensical. We do, we don't, and then last week you didn't need a geometric horizon. Rumpus,
he can't handle anything without
Sorry, Chocolate. Your coherent argument wasn't going to get through because Rumpus was determined to ad hominem and attack me.
Of course not.
Hey, Chocolate. Right, I can't even tell now when Rumpus comes in whether John's just playing a recording or not. He just.
Well, I only ever get 4 words. I mean, I only ever get 4 words at a time, so it's hardly if you're actually going to ration my words.
We don't care, Rumpus. This is the point. We don't need you, right? Because we're tearing apart your retarded model.
You've never.
We don't need you.
Anything.
Didn't you ever? We don't need you.
A single bit of evidence.
Don't get it anymore, do you, Rumpus? We don't need you.
That's okay. Well,
I remember when Rumpus used to get 1,000 words.
That's why you hide in your bunker,
and it still made no more sense. I remember that. You used to be given loads of time and you used to come up with absolutely nothing.
No, I never. No.
Come on, guys. Rumpus is on the leading edge of doublespeak.
Hey, Rumpus,
Nathan's just a muter.
You started.
Makes a case.
Yet another attack on me, is it?
Like
Rumpus, you started this round with the word reality. So please tell us why this is using the word fictitious.
I don't know exactly what you were referring to. Were you? Do you say something like an effective radius of the Earth or something? I heard you say? Is that what you said?
Why did you comment on it if you didn't know what you were talking about then?
Well, I know the area you're discussing, and then I know the concept of an effective radius of the Earth, and I presume a fictitious radius of the Earth is a similar thing to the effective radius. I've never heard it called fictitious before, but I imagine it is a terminology that is used as a substitute for effective. And as you described the horizon, the effective radius is used to work out the apparent horizon as well. So it sounded extremely similar.
Let me ask you something.
Sorry, just one question. Sorry, just one question. Sorry, Ted Plan. effective a synonym of fictitious then?
Well, it could be in the sense that whoever's this article, whoever it was that was it Chocolate was reading, because there's an effective radius of the Earth when you're looking at it optically, and so it's not the exact radius. So it's not the radius of the Earth, but it's an effective radius. It's the optical one. So you could call
When
it
do we look at the effective radius? When do we optically see this?
all the time.
So we do see the geometric horizon all the time. Then we can see.
No, that's not. No, it's exactly. No, you see, I talk about effective radius, and you immediately start talking about the geometric one. They're different things. That's what distinguishes it from the geometric horizon. There's the effective radius, and there's that which gives you an apparent horizon, and then there's the real radius that gives you the geometric horizon. There are two separate things.
And can we see the geometric horizon?
It's not where the sky meets the sea, but
So
you
it's
can
not a
see it in
horizon.
terms of someone could point out.
So it's not a
the
horizon.
real radius gives you the apparent horizon.
Oh, he's scared, Chocolate. He's scared. He's scared, Chocolate. He's going to keep talking through you, Chocolate. He's scared. He's scared to debate. He's scared to debate. He's being challenged, so he's going to keep talking. Because he's scared to debate. He had plenty of words. He lied about getting 4. He's had plenty, but now he's got to run distractions and shut down communications, right, Rumpus?
You're the one doing the shutting down.
You're shutting it down.
I just want to finish my sentence. That's all. It's not too.
You had plenty of time and Chocolate challenged you, but now you're scared to debate. You're scared, aren't you? Scared to debate. He's a coward, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't want to hear the challenge. He wants to keep talking indefinitely. He's now getting further and further away from it being repeated. The challenge is being distracted away from further and further because Rumpus is a coward. And now he's being constantly talking.
I'm happy to have an exchange with Chocolate. If he wants that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
I'll run
with Chocolate.
the show, Rumpus. Thank you.
I'm happy to answer any.
Yeah, well, shut up then. Okay, happy to answer.
But I
Shut up
would
then.
like to be
Okay,
able to
happy
get
to
a full
answer.
sentence
Shut
out,
up then.
that's all.
Okay, shut up then. Go ahead, Chocolate.
Right, so I haven't finished my sentence.
No, you can shut up. You said you were happy to answer. Now Chocolate's going to ask again.
Okay.
So your real radius gives you the apparent horizon, but your fake
No,
radius,
if you use the
aka
He hasn't
your
finished speaking. Hold on, Chocolate.
effective-
Chocolate, I thought you were happy to answer. He hasn't even asked yet. He's a coward, ladies and gentlemen. He's got to shut down communications. He's scared to debate. He's got to interrupt the question before it's even finished because he's scared to debate. Why don't you go back to your little bunker where you're tolerated to your interruptions to a question you claimed you were allowed to ask? Now you're interrupting me, you coward. It's because you're scared to debate. Getting further away from Chocolate's point again, which is the first point he'd started doing this. Now he's done it again because he's scared to debate. He's got a dying religion, so he's got to run constant distractions. Chocolate's not going to get to ask his question. He's not happy to answer anything. He's scared to answer this. That's why he interrupted it before it was asked. Didn't you, you coward? And now you're interrupting me, pointing out what a coward you are. Why don't you go back to your bunker where you can interrupt every question and you don't have to address anything and you can constantly interrupt people and shut down communications.
Copycat. Right, so I'm happy to answer Chocolate's thing, and I'm happy to exchange.
Shut up then. Shut up and let him ask then. Go ahead, Chocolate. Oh no, he's scared again. I asked him to shut up so he could repeat it without interruption, and he's scared. Doesn't want the question. He's scared of it.
Rumpus, I haven't even heard the whole question.
Yeah, that's the point. That's why he's constantly interrupting me now. So I'll try and point out again, and Rumpus will shut down communications again. And when I shut him up with the mute button, he'll bleat about being muted. The question hasn't been delivered because on now 3 separate occasions, Rumpus, who's scared to debate, hasn't allowed the question to be delivered to him. Because he's scared to debate, he needs to be in a bunker where he can interrupt questions that are troubling. Because he's a coward, he's doing it now. He's scared to debate. Let's try again for a 4th time, Chocolate. Let's see if Rumpus interrupts within 20 seconds. Let's see.
So Rumpus, you said your effective radius, right, aka fictitious radius, actually gives you the measurement to the apparent horizon, but your real radius gives you a measurement to your geometric horizon. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Well summarised there. You actually described that quite well. Well done.
But you said that we don't ever see the geometric horizon. So how does your real radius give us a measurement to something that we can't see?
Well, you can see it. As I said, it's not.
No, that's a lie. Sorry, we can see it now. It seems that this double-speaking Fundy obfuscator needed to obfuscate because he's now claimed the polar opposite of what he claimed 5 minutes earlier. So 5 minutes earlier, we don't see this horizon. It's not optical. I asked him and he clarified. And now we do see it.
I see that. That was amazing. 2 or 3 words I got in. Third word and I was interrupted.
Yeah, your first word was, we do see it.
If someone pointed out...
If stutter, I interrupted you at the point that you lied and contradicted yourself, saying that we do see this geometric horizon, having clarified for me that we don't. So we've got a contradiction. That's why I interrupted. Maybe bleat about how you only got 4 words out rather than address your contradiction.
3 words. I was going to do it, but you
Yeah, that's it. Moan about 3 words out. We've got a contradiction in play, ladies and gentlemen. He's told us explicitly that we can't see it. It's not optical. Now he's been asked by Chocolate with a clarifying question that he interrupted 4 times if we can see it, and he said we can. So that's a glaring contradiction. That's why he needs to be in a little bunker where he can obfuscate questions and bleat when anybody tries to deliver a question that he's going to deliver a contradictory answer to. Now he's given us 2 answers, one that we can see a geometric horizon and one that we can't. They can't both be true. He's violating the law of non-contradiction. But he wants to moan about how many seconds he's got to contradict himself in, with a justification that I'm not going to allow him to give, because he's made a contradiction.
scaredy cat. Right, okay, I'll explain if I get more than 3 words in. So there's a geometric horizon.
No, there isn't. We don't see it. It's optical, according to you, now, and only moments earlier was not optical, couldn't be seen, so no, we don't. Or do we? We seem to have a contradiction. That's why I'm interrupting you.
3 words, possibly 3 words then. Right, so the geometric horizon...
That we don't see. That we don't see. That we don't see. That we don't see. You're whistling past the point. He's whistling past the point, ladies and gentlemen. He's scared. Scared. Whistling past the point. You're whistling past the point, aren't you, coward? We don't have one. We don't have one. We don't have one.
So the geometric
We don't have one. We can't see it. It's not optical. We don't see it. We don't have one. We don't have one. We don't have one.
The geometric
We don't have one.
Is not the geometric horizon.
We don't have one.
Not.
We don't have one. We don't have one.
The geometric horizon.
We don't have one.
Is not.
We've debunked it with the Black Swan. We don't have a geometric horizon. It's not optical. We don't see it. We don't have one. Stop telling us about it.
If you
don't
don't
have
see
one.
it, it's not a horizon, Rumpus.
Yeah, you've said it's not a demarcation between land and sea, therefore it's not a horizon.
The geometric horizon.
We don't have one. You've said it's not a demarcation between land and sea. They were your words. We heard them. Moan about how many words you got out. We heard you tell us explicitly it's not a demarcation between land and sea, therefore not a horizon. We don't have a geometric horizon, Mr. Fundy Obfuscator talking through me.
The geometric horizon.
We don't have one. We don't have a geometric horizon. It's been debunked by the Black Swan. Now we're told we don't see it. It's not optical. So we don't have one.
The geometric horizon.
Why'd you keep parroting the geometric horizon and ignoring me? Are you a coward? Because you seem to be ignoring my rebuttal. You've ignored it about 20 times now.
You're to make a point, Nathan.
You're trying to make a point about a horizon we haven't got. And you're ignoring me pointing that out by just starting to assert we have it again.
No, the geometric horizon.
We don't have one. You're just ignoring me over and over again. It's like you're immune to me pointing out we don't have one.
Statement yet, Nathan. You haven't let me make my statement yet.
What about the geometric horizon that we don't have? We haven't got one. It's not a demarcation between land and sea, according to you.
About 3 words. I think it's 3 words, possibly 4.
Yeah, if you start your next sentence with the geometric horizon, it's not a horizon.
It is like all sorts of other horizons.
No, you've made it explicitly clear on this show. Not a demarcation point between land and sea. That's a horizon. And you're saying it's not that. You explicitly told us it's not a horizon.
And no, it is a horizon.
Sorry, you've told us it's not a demarcation between land and sea. That very specifically is what a horizon is. And you very explicitly told us this is not that.
That's one of them.
One of them? No, we've only got one. We've only got one horizon, Rumpus.
QE read out Q4. QE read out Q4 definitions of horizons.
And they were all geometric by your standards and your definitions. They all referred back to, well, with the exception of an imaginary horizon. Other than that exception, they were all referring to the same horizon. A visible geometric horizon, which you've told us isn't a demarcation between land and sea. So your opening clarification was in contradiction to what defines your geometric horizon. That would be that it's visible. Now you're saying it must be visible, so you've got a contradiction, Rumpus. Now I know that shutting down communications is your only option, but ultimately speaking, I'm going to highlight your contradiction here. Chocolate was masterful in drawing it out of you, so we're going to dwell on it. Despite how much you try and talk through and obfuscate the fact that you're contradicting yourself, you can't simultaneously have a horizon that does not demarcate land and sea and is not visible and is also meeting the definition of your geometric horizon, which is that it's visible. Those two things are in stark contrast. Oh, has he stuck his fingers in his ears? Oh, he has. He's stuck his fingers in his ears.
No one can hear anything in Discord. He never shuts up. He continuously talks. Get the fuck out of here!